Right now at noon, the death toll is rising, and so is the number of people missing following the deadly building collapse in Florida. And a sentencing is set to get underway for former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. A judge has already rejected one of Chauvin's requests.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for being with us on this Friday afternoon. A cloudy and humid start to your weekend, and we could be seeing some more showers and thunderstorms this weekend as well. Austin's over in the Weather Center with a look at what's coming our way. Austin?
And, you know, this is one of those days where you step outside and your glasses will fog up. That's exactly what happened to me. I had to put it under the air conditioning for a few minutes there just so I could see here not too long ago. It's 75 degrees, but the dew points are in the upper 60s. It is extremely humid outside. That is one thing that you will definitely feel as you step out the door here for today. Now, one of the reasons was quite a few of the showers that moved through yesterday and in the overnight hours. We even saw some of those showers earlier this morning. A lot of those seem to have dissipated and moved out for most of us. Still a few sprinkles here and there, especially to the north of the Janesville area. Temperatures currently in the middle to even upper 70s right now. Janesville is 79. Right here in Madison, it's 75, and it's a little more comfortable right around Wisconsin Dells and Camp Douglas with those lower 70s, but we're all seeing the extremely high dew points, so that just makes it feel even muggier for some of those northern spots. Wind speeds 5 miles per hour. Not too much of an issue with the wind speeds for today, so we're looking pretty good on that front. And later on this afternoon, we are going to see a chance of storms, especially in the evening hours. High temperature of 80 degrees, so we still got a little bit of a ways to go to warm things up, but it is going to be a pretty muggy day outside today.
I was walking the dogs this morning. There's just kind of a mist in the air. It was so humid.
Yeah, it did not feel great to be out there this morning.
No. All right. We'll check back with you later, Austin. Thank you. The death toll from the partial building collapse in Surfside, Florida has climbed to 4, and so has the number of people unaccounted for. That's now 159. Laura Podesta has the latest from Surfside.
Rescue crews are working nonstop from above and below in hopes of finding survivors of the partial building collapse in Surfside. But overnight, they pulled more bodies from the rubble.
This has been a tragic night.
During our search and rescue operations, we did encounter 3 victims that were deceased.
Teams focused on finding people alive are concentrating their search in areas where they hear sounds.
It's not specifically, human sounds. It could be, tapping. It could be steel, kind of twisting.
One Miami-Dade fire rescue team used heavy equipment in the basement parking garage, risking their own lives.
Debris is falling on them as they do their work, but they are proceeding because they are so motivated.
It is mentally and physically exhausting, but all that hits you when you're done. So.
Dr. Howard Lieberman is a medical manager with the Urban Search and Rescue Task Force.
But basically, they're sort of delayering the pile. So they take off one layer at a time. We go in, we search, see if we can find anything. If not, they take off another layer.
Friends and family of those who are unaccounted for say they are so grateful for the firefighters and other rescuers who are working around the clock to try and find their loved ones as they pray for a miracle.
I just want my mom. I want to go back a day and change everything.
Rachel Spiegel's 65-year-old mother, Judy, is one of the many who remain missing. And as the search for victims continues, so does the search for answers.
Buildings don't fall down in America. There was something seriously wrong here.
At the time of this collapse, the 40-year-old building was undergoing routine inspection. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Surfside, Florida.
And one study by a Florida International University professor found that the building constructed on reclaimed wetlands was slowly sinking for decades. The sinking was measured at a rate of 2 millimeters a year during the 1990s. A judge has rejected former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin's request for a new trial in George Floyd's death. The defense argued that one of the jurors, Brandon Mitchell, was biased after it was revealed that he participated in a 2020 march on Washington. The ruling comes as Chauvin will be sentenced later today. He was found guilty on all 3 counts for killing George Floyd. The guidelines for someone with no prior criminal history, like Chauvin, calls for a sentence of up to 15 years for second and third degree murder and up to 4 years and 8 months for second-degree manslaughter. The prosecution is asking for at least 30 years. You can watch Chauvin's sentencing hearing right here on CBS around 1:30 in a special report this afternoon. We'll also be live streaming it on our Facebook page and website, channel3000.com. For the first time in almost 2 years, American Family Field will be at full capacity. This is a live look outside the stadium as the Brewers are hosting reopening day. They'll take on the Colorado Rockies at 3 o'clock this afternoon. The Brewers have a giant list of activities and features that go into today, like $1 hot dogs. Brewers legends Cecil Cooper and Paul Molitor are also set to throw out the first pitch. And Milwaukee's also gearing up for the second game of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA. This is a live look outside Pfizer Forum as we're just over 7 hours away from tip-off. Tip-off, that is, as the Bucks look to get revenge on the Atlanta Hawks. Milwaukee lost Game 1 at their home court, but can even the series with a win tonight. After this game, they'll play 2 games on the road in Atlanta before coming back to Milwaukee for Game 5 if needed. The game tonight starts at 7:30. Wisconsin freshman Jonathan Davis has made the USA Basketball Under-19 World Cup team. Davis is one of 12 players who made a spot on the squad. He'll keep training in Texas. The team will then compete in the World Cup from July 3rd through the 11th in Latvia. Davis isn't the only Wisconsinite on the team. UW-Milwaukee incoming freshman Patrick Baldwin is also on the squad. The Justice Department is suing Georgia over the state's voting laws. The move comes 2 weeks after Attorney General Merrick Garland said the Justice Department would scrutinize a wave of new laws in Republican-controlled states that tighten voting rules. The move also comes as pressure grows on the Biden administration to respond to a wave of GOP-backed laws being pushed in the states this year.
We are here today to address and to talk about what has brought people to the U.S. border, and again to continue to address the root causes which cause people to leave and often flee their home country.
Vice President Kamala Harris is making her first visit to the U.S.-Mexico border since taking office. Her visit follows criticism from members of both parties for failing to go earlier despite her role leading the Biden administration's response to a steep increase in immigration, that is. Harris will be visiting the El Paso area, accompanied by Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. One of America's busiest airports is back in business after a serious security breach and a wild police chase across 2 busy runways. The silver Mazda led police on a high-speed chase across one of the highest traffic areas in the country, the tarmac at Los Angeles International Airport. After breaking through a fence near the airport's FedEx cargo facility, the driver sped past a line of parked jumbo jets. Witnesses then say the car drove across 2 busy runways on the airport's south side, did a U-turn back across those runways before coming to a halt outside a private terminal. More than a dozen police cars surrounded the vehicle and the driver surrendered. Nobody was injured during the chase. A new study just out finds that nearly all Americans who died of COVID last month were unvaccinated. That's according to an Associated Press analysis of available CDC data. Of more than 18,000 COVID-related deaths were reported in May, and only about 150 of those victims were fully vaccinated. That means less than 1% of all COVID deaths were among vaccinated people. Almost 50% of Wisconsinites have received at least one shot. That's just over 2.9 million people. That's as almost 46% have completed the vaccine series. Right now, only about 45% of the U.S. population is fully vaccinated. And just a reminder, if you'd like to get your vaccine at the Alliant Energy Center, you better do it soon. Public Health Madison-Dane County will be ending COVID vaccinations and testing at the site tomorrow. They've been serving the community since May of 2020. Once the Alliant Energy Center location shuts down, Public Health will be shifting efforts to some of its existing locations, including the South Madison testing site. We'll have more on how the operation at Alliance has helped out the community for over a year coming up in later newscasts. Panera Bread is giving away a bagel to anyone who's vaccinated against coronavirus each day from July 2nd to the 4th. So if you're vaccinated, you could get up to 3 bagels at participating locations if you go all 3 days. The promotion is in support of the White House's National Month of Action, which aims to get as many U.S. adults as possible vaccinated with at least one shot by the 4th of July. Other restaurants have also done giveaways to promote COVID-19 vaccinations, including Krispy Kreme and Taco Bell. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Consumers remain cautious on spending and a call for all pizza pros to find their best hometown slice. I'm Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Of those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
Hy-Vee meat stock-up sale this Thursday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, 3 pounds for $10. John Morrell hot dogs, just 98 cents. And ready-to-grill seasoned chicken leg quarters, only 99 cents a pound. Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Ashley Home Store Stars and Stripes holiday sale starts now. Get up to 60% off holiday doorbusters. Pay as little as $25 a month for complete rooms you'll love with no interest financing for 5 years. Plus, take a bonus 5% off our sale prices at checkout. Ashley Home Store.
Menards has what you need to create your ideal deck. Whether you're building a brand new deck with pressure-treated lumber or upgrading your existing deck with UltraDeck composite decking, Menards has everything you need. UltraDeck Fusion decking withstands scratches, stains, and fading. AC2 pressure-treated lumber is environmentally friendly and safe to use on any outdoor projects. Get 11% off all UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking and AC2 pressure-treated lumber at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Need to get the right glasses at the right price right now? Then shop the right sale at iMart Express. For a limited time, get 1 pair of single vision glasses for $20 and 1 pair of progressives for $40. Drop by iMart Express and save today.
There's breakfast, there's lunch, there's dinner, and then there are McCafe's bakery sweets, which are whatever you want them to be.
Get a bakery suite, plus any size hot or iced coffee or soft drink for just $3.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The Summer of Sleep mattress sale starts now at Ashley Home Store. Save up to $800 instantly on the best brands. Pay as little as $20 a month for luxury mattresses like these. Plus a free adjustable base or free furniture with purchase. Only at Ashley Home Store.
It's the Hy-Vee meat stock-up sale this Thursday through Sunday. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.99 a pound. Honeysuckle white fresh ground turkey, 2 for $5. And Hy-Vee True chicken drumsticks, only 99 cents a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Consumers loosened their wallets slightly in May as Americans began venturing outside again. According to the Commerce Department, personal spending rose less than 0.1% last month. That was weaker than expected, but it may have been because incomes took a hit. The government says household incomes fell 2% in May. Back to the office, no matter your vaccine status. According to the New York Post, JPMorgan Chase is calling employees back to work by July 6th, even if they aren't vaccinated. The bank will require staff to fill out a form about their vaccination status, but employees have the right to decline answering it. It will soon be easier to visit Hawaii if you have a COVID-19 shot. Beginning in 2 weeks, the state is dropping quarantine and testing requirements for domestic travelers who are fully vaccinated. Tourists will need to show their vaccine card and upload it to Hawaii's Safe Travels website. And the app Slice is looking for 50 pizza fans to find the best slice in their state. The title, resident head of pizza, will get paid $13,000 to indulge in the cheesy stuff for an entire year, plus another $500 to cover travel costs. Those chosen to be head of pizza in their state will need to document their findings and highlight the top spots along the way. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Here are the Wall Street numbers at noon. The Dow Industrials up 250 points. The NASDAQ down almost 14, but the S&P 500 is up 11. A humid day with scattered showers across the area, and we could see some more thunderstorms this weekend. Austin will tell us what we can expect those storms ahead in your first WARN forecast.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
And that!
Ooh, take it all.
When you want
Want junk to disappear? All you have to do is point.
Erectile dysfunction for men of all ages has become much more common. In fact, most men don't realize that 90% of erectile dysfunction is a direct result of broken down old blood vessels. This causes a lack of blood flow that is critical when achieving an erection. With our state-of-the-art technology, we're able to stimulate new stem cell growth right in our office with no pills, no needles, no surgery, and no pain.
To book your consultation and get back to natural functionability, call Peak Performance for Men today.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans
to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. A way that builds a state-of-the-art network. As a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the neighborhood, so you make a difference.
Thanks for the hot spot.
You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Saturday morning, it's an end to an era. It's the last day to get your COVID shot at the Alliant Energy Center. Plus, Austin is checking our weekend forecast and when we could see another chance of rain.
A family's trip canceled due to COVID. Now, a local senior could be out $15,000 in airfare.
I'd like to get the money back.
Leah Lynchide gives you crucial booking tips to avoid airline woes. Call for action. Monday on News 3 now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Not a lot of yard work or field work today.
No, you're right. You're right. But it is rain. I think the heaviest amount that I saw was about 2.6 inches. That was, I want to remember, it was by Fond du Lac overnight and also a little bit farther north. I can't remember my rainfall reporter, but about 2.6, the most that I've seen from my interactive audience. Like you said, not a lot going to be done outside. Although, if you're somewhere between Johnson Creek and Cambridge today, you may see a group of folks that are out there walking. The Essential Workers March is on. They're covering about 90 miles going from Milwaukee to Madison, where they will have a rally on Monday down at the Capitol. I know that tomorrow they are also going to be in the Cambridge area, right around Hinchley's Dairy down in Cambridge. So if you see a group of folks walking, that's what's up. The governor was there with them this morning. Congratulations to some of the big winners from the Wisconsin State Fair Dairy Products Contest. They had 417 entries for 2021, covered 49 different classes, including new classes for cheese curds, custard, Edam, and Gouda cheese. That's all going to be celebrated during Wisconsin State Fair, which announced that they are going to change up a few things. They won't be opening Wisconsin State Fair until 11 a.m. every day. They are going cashless for people that exhibit at the State Fair. My livestock folks, you will kind of have special circumstances to allow you to get to your animals, get ready for the show, and allow family to come in and watch you. The markets today are lower in Chicago. It's not really about the weather. It's about everybody getting in position in front of next week's World Ag Supply Demand Report and our first acreage estimate. Today, barrel cheese dropped a penny to $1.49. 40-pound block cheese finishes the week unchanged at $1.49, and AA butter also unchanged on a Friday at $1.71 3/4 per pound. So I'm hoping those folks that might be walking, it sounds to me like what they're talking about, Austin's talking about, is maybe they may need rain gear before they're done with their walk.
Yeah, perhaps. Have a great weekend. See you, Pam. Here's also with the forecast.
And we do have plenty of rain chances here, especially over these next few days. By the time we reach next week, a lot of that's going to drop off, but almost every single day at least has a slight chance to see a passing shower or storm. Right now, today is going to be one of those days where it is cloudy out there, lots of very high humidity. Since we are seeing the cloud cover, that is helping to keep our temperatures down, but it's very muggy overall outside. It just doesn't feel too pleasant. Doppler track is staying dry for most of us as of right now. We did have some shower activity earlier this morning, but a lot of that has already actually moved out of our area or just dissipated. We still do have the chance later on into the evening hours to actually see some more development with those showers and storms. Doppler track right now, though, again, looking really good. Now, with those showers and storms that could end up popping up a little bit later on, we actually do have a marginal risk for severe weather for our southernmost communities, but that doesn't include Janesville, Monroe, also the Platteville and Dubuque area as well. So again, you can see where that line really cuts off, not including right here in Dane County, but by the time we reach tomorrow, that severe threat really does drop off, and it's very limited here just to the southeastern part of the state. Most of us are just not going to see any strong to severe storms. And that's still going to be much of the case here for today. Most of us won't see strong to severe storms, but there is that possibility. Again, in the evening hours, notice how this model is starting to pick up on some storm activity out around Prairie du Chien, and then that could end up moving through for some spots. And then in the overnight hours and for tomorrow morning, we're going to see more and more showers rolling through. It's not going to be raining all day, but it's also not going to be dry all day. Off and on showers, a possibility of some thunderstorm action as well for tomorrow. So that's really what we're watching out for. Notice how that rain chance really does pop up for tomorrow, 80%. Then we see this really dropping off afterwards, 30, 20% here and there. So again, this next week, most days do have a rain chance, but it's not quite the greatest chance, as most of the daytime hours will stay dry. And in fact, next week we really fall into that pattern with decent heat, some humidity, and afternoon showers and thunderstorms that pop up. But we are still in need of those showers and storms even after this pretty rainy last week that we've seen. We're still under that moderate drought phase. This just updated yesterday. We get the new latest drought monitor every single Thursday, and unfortunately we haven't seen this budging too much. So we are still in some need of more rain showers and some storms, but hopefully we can keep it to just those rain showers, because that really does actually help us a little bit better than a pretty hefty storm. Temperatures currently in the mid-70s for a lot of areas, some spots reaching the upper 70s currently, but it feels pretty decent in terms of temperatures. Again, the dew points that are so high right now does not make it feel great out there, but our high temperature trend still just not moving too much. Average high 81 degrees, and we're going to be very close to that here over these next 10 days. Our dew points, well, here it is. Some spots even in the 70s. Does not feel good at all to be outside. Unfortunately, if you are going to spend some time outdoors, there's not really much you could do about it. That high humidity is one thing that's really hard to combat. But our wind speeds, again, really not that bad. This would be one day where if we had increased wind speeds, it would feel a little bit nicer overall. But you take a peek at our weekend forecast tomorrow, that's when we're expecting most of our shower and storm activity. By the time we reach Sunday, just a chance of a shower or storm, variable cloudiness. We are expecting some sunshine as well to peek out on our Sunday. And then the 7 to 10 day forecast still shows those rain chances for next week, but again, really dropping off the overall chances after we get through Saturday. Saturday's when we're expecting to see most of our rainfall afterwards. Most of the daytime hours will stay dry, but we have that chance to see a passing shower or storm.
We need the rain, so whatever we can get.
That's exactly right.
All right, Austin, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
You'll never guess what New England treat I just discovered. Stick around for this fluffy favorite.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
He's here! He's here!
It's happening!
What can I get you, young man?
Free installation!
Coming right up.
Feldco's biggest sale of the year. Free installation. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Free installation on window siding and doors ends Wednesday. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone.
Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
Time for me to try. Well, I've got to set myself free. Time for me to try. That's just how it's got to be.
Roll down the windows, turn up the radio, and discover all that Illinois has to offer. Find your road trip at enjoyillinois.com.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
If I was to ask you what food comes to mind when I mention New England, there's a pretty good chance that you might say Boston baked beans, blueberry pie, or fresh caught lobster. But after doing a bit of digging, I found out that one recipe New Englanders are very passionate about is the Fluffernutter. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this mashup of peanut butter and marshmallow cream, let me show you our take on this classic sandwich. To begin with, we spread a layer of peanut butter on thick-cut egg bread. Then, on another slice, we smear on a layer of marshmallow cream. Now, marshmallow cream is basically a spreadable marshmallow that was invented in New England. After you put the two pieces together, you've got a basic Fluffernutter. Now, you could eat this as is, but to make it even more amazing, we like to butter each side and cook it like a grilled cheese. When it's nice and toasty and the peanut butter and fluff melt together, get ready for one of the world's most addictive treats. To try this for yourself, go to our website and get the recipe for what we call our grilled PB&M. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a sweet and fluffy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Visitors to Rome's famed Colosseum can walk in the footsteps of ancient gladiators. After a massive restoration, the area below the main stage is opening to the public. Officials say that part of the Colosseum hasn't been opened since the year 523. In ancient times, it held workers, fighters, and exotic animals. Convicts were forced to perform classical theater, then eaten alive by wild animals when the scene called for it. Talk about breaking a leg. The restoration project cost $30 million. Brutal times back then, Austin.
Yeah, no, I actually visited the Colosseum.
I too.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. I absolutely loved it. So much history there as well. But here today, outside, doesn't feel too great, especially just because of the high humidity. It feels very muggy to be out there. Here's a peek at your weekend forecast, however. Tomorrow's when we are expecting most of our scattered showers and storms. For Sunday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, but not as good of a chance as what we're looking at here for our Saturday. Temperatures remain in the mid to upper 70s. Then you look at our 7 to 10 day forecast, and it does show quite a bit of some sunshine for next week, but still quite a few rain chances. We're really falling into that summertime pattern with the higher heat. The humidity is going to stay a little bit elevated, and that's just going to bring that chance for some pop-up showers and storms in the afternoons.
All right, keep an eye on the radar this weekend. That's our time for now. Austin, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.